So this is something that Ryu shared with us in Discord chat, and this happens to come from Memphis, Tennessee, because why not? They got it just as bad as us over here in LA, but probably worse. Anyway, this is coming from localmemphis.com. And this article is about fireworks, because it is that time of year where everybody who isn't anybody will be shooting off fireworks just because 'tis the season. So let's take a look, shall we? Suspects shoot fireworks by Covington home, causing it to burn down as family of 7 narrowly escapes. Stupidity, I'm telling you. Covington police said that they were looking for several people in a red car that were seen shooting fireworks. In Covington, Tennessee, a family says they lost almost everything Friday after Covington police said that their home burned down when suspects shot fireworks by the house late Thursday night as the 4th of July wrapped up. Around 11:30 p.m. Thursday, Covington police said they responded alongside the fire department to a house fire in the 700 block of Best Street in Covington. Dominique Beard says she was in her home with her mother, boyfriend, and their 3 kids, and were about to go to sleep when they heard a loud bang. She says people were shooting firecrackers across the street, which is illegal without a permit in Covington. Then they started to smell smoke. Beard says they ran to the front of the house and it was completely red as the fire spread, and that within 2 minutes the entire house was on fire. She says she and her family, including her 9-month-old son, were trapped inside the smoke and flames until they were able to escape through a bedroom window. I got up and ran to my mama's room, kicked her, pushed her air conditioner out, and that was the only way we could get out because the doors were on fire. Beard also said, that's all we could do. If we couldn't have that air conditioner out, we probably wouldn't have been here today. Beard and her son were taken to the hospital to be treated for possible smoke inhalation. They have since been released. Multiple witnesses told police fireworks caused the fire, and several people inside a red car were shooting them. This ain't right, she said. House gets caught on fire almost every year out here. Not cool. People lose everything they worked for in a minute or two because y'all playing with fireworks, mini bombs and stuff. Covington police said the house is a total loss and they're investigating the case as arson. Beard says she and her family are currently staying in a hotel and are working with the American Red Cross for housing options. They currently have a verified GoFundMe to raise money for food and clothes. Police are looking for several people in a red vehicle who were seen in the area at the time of the fire. This is a tragic reminder of why we have an ordinance prohibiting the shooting of fireworks in Covington without a permit. Police Chief Donna Turner said, this reckless incident resulted in an innocent family being injured and losing their home and contents. Police said their officers will be strictly enforcing an 11 p.m. weekday 12 midnight weekend curfew for the remainder of the summer. This includes anyone under 18 years old not accompanied by a parent or guardian. Covington police said violators will be taken to juvenile hall and their parents will be notified. Anyone with information on what caused the fire should call Covington police at 901-475-1261. Now my thoughts about that are fairly simple. For one, there are people out there who take the 4th of July a level too far. I mean, I get it. It's our Independence Day. We celebrate it by using fireworks. And, you know, we usually go out on picnics and barbecues and whatnot. That's fine. That's cool. But the fireworks thing gets out of hand because some people are just too happy. And the thing about that is, you know, it happens. It happens too regularly. And the last thing I remember was when I was out on 4th, I went over to my God family. You know, I stayed with them for a while because I was helping the night before setting up things. So, keep in mind, we were enjoying ourselves. You know, it's nice. You know, we watched a movie. We had family dinner. They had other plans later on, so I said, you know what? That's not a problem. I came home around, say, 3, borderline 4 o'clock. And, you know, I was tired from the night before, and I didn't really get a lick of sleep that day. Well, you know, a long hour full of sleep, mind you. So, here's the thing. That night, one of my brothers showed up, needed something, helped him get it. He said he'd pay me back later. So, here's another thing. They were shooting off fireworks in the street. My brother has PTSD. He's a veteran. That's something to also take into consideration. This is one thing that we were listening to, we were talking about over the table. That there are some veterans that haven't gotten over what happened to them years ago. PTSD is one of those things that could possibly be taken care of, but it never goes away. Fireworks do cause that. Sadly. They do. What I never understood was why shoot off fireworks? I mean, I shouldn't say why shoot off fireworks. But if you're going to do it where it will make sense. Like, say, I'm in California. Go to Hollywood. Go to Hollywood Park. You know, go to where there's going to be a live space. I'm not sure about City Hall, but I'm pretty sure there are little spots around that you could actually just, you know, boop, 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 you know, shoot off fireworks, you know, little trickles here and there. I see nothing wrong. But when it goes too far as saying you're shooting at somebody with fireworks, you're shooting on public and private property, residential areas, you're blocking the streets with them. Yeah, no, that's taking it a step too far. So the thing with that is, why do that? Don't take it too far, you know. It's like peak hours. Peak hours would be 6 to say 10, borderline 11. Here in California, they don't stop. At least until after midnight. And then, you know, after a couple hours, some idiots out there would probably, and I say probably, would shoot off a random firework around 3 or 4 a.m. There have been a few times in which I've done a recording session and around this time you would hear some fireworks in the background. Can't do nothing with it, so it's like, you gotta deal with it. I just find it very juvenile for this to happen. You see something like this is just sad. You should never ever take whatever you got. We earn our independence, sure, but let's be mindful that you need to control yourselves. Let's not get crazy, you know. I mean, I pretty much like watching fireworks, but this makes me not want to appreciate fireworks. Because there's always that one little inkling in the back of my mind just saying, I wonder whose house it's gonna hit. I wonder if it's going to hit a power line. Yes, I worry about things like that in the corner of my mind. It's like, while the front of it is like enjoying it, then there's that back of it that I have to acknowledge. Like, there's the good and there's the bad. The bad really needs to be acknowledged this time of year. So keep in mind, I live in California. Fireworks start around June. They don't start in July. No, they start in June. They start at least 2 weeks early. They start selling 2 weeks early before the 4th, maybe 3. But every time this year rolls around, this is what I notice. We have fireworks just being shot off like in June, then July, and then possibly it may stop. It may stop. It may stop in August. Excuse me. It may stop in August. We don't know. But yeah, you know, moral of this video is don't take what we're doing a level too far to where it becomes like an act of violence. Shouldn't make anything so enjoyable into an act of violence. Trust me, there have been worse cases, but nothing more worse than having your own house being burnt to the ground and some nut job or nut jobs are just running off and laughing and thinking it's cool. This is from a guy who lives in California, and I see this stuff almost every day because I live by a riot spot, so I know how they work. I was there when the riots hit, so we had to move. For a time, we had to move. But yeah, let this be a lesson to those who are very fond of fireworks. Don't take it too far to where this would happen, to where You become reckless and forget, oh hey, it's a holiday. To where it means we celebrate independence. We have one day for Independence Day, one day for Christmas, one day for Thanksgiving. Not in that order, but you see what I mean. Now, if we can actually, exercise a little bit more temperance, just exercise it, just one level of temperance, not two, not three, but just one, and just keep that in mind. I think things would turn out better than they would be, but I'm not holding my breath. Anyway, that was this article. You hate to see it happen, but it just goes to show you assholes still exist, and they're usually foolish fools who don't know the word of being what a foolish fool is, because they're foolish fools. Or maybe I should say this. These foolish fools who always know how to be foolish always tend to be foolish for their own need to be foolish. They like being foolish. Anyway, a little something for, a little something of note. So, there you have it. So don't be a fool. Be smart. If you can. I know you can do it because some of you out there are responsible. Fingers crossed. But anyway, see you next time.